Hey guys, so I thought I would do a super quick video and show you this board that I have got recently. It's the new one from G-Dub, the City Tile one, and I actually had a buddy of mine paint it for me. He's recently set up his studio. His name's Tris Malone, and he set up Warp Art Studios. And I really wanted to get it painted, and I was super busy, and he's an awesome painter, so I asked him to do it. But what I asked him to do was to paint it up to a certain standard, but not to really wash it and weather it and dirty it, because you've probably seen the Forge World tiles in my other videos, and I wanted to be able to wash it and then put them together so they all kind of look like it fits the same sort of board and look. And then I'm actually going to do this pretty neat dust wash thing that I've seen Blake from Forge World do. So if you see these 4 tiles here, these are all as Tris painted them. So they're super cool. He's got lovely bits of rust details, and he's gone and done some pretty amazing detail in the pipe work. Loads of them are airbrush stuff, and just incredible amount of detail he's gone into, which really matches up with the Forge World ones I've done. And everything's different, so this is different, and on that tile it's different, and then you'll see in a sec, but here's different, and over there's different, so it really breaks it up. He's done an amazing job, and if you want any commissioned stuff, check him out, Warp Out Studios. I'll put a link in the thing below. Incredible painter and an awesome dude. So then what I've done is I've mixed my own wash. So this is super cheap. It's a bunch. It's like some acrylic burnt umber paint and some black paint. It's a big acrylic like toothpaste tube I got of each, which cost me like £4 maybe for both of them, if that. And then it's mixed with like a vinyl floor polish, which was a couple of pounds from this cheap kind of Poundland, and then water. So I think it's something like 1 part paint to 10 parts water to 10 parts vinyl, and then mix it up. And I've had this for ages because I actually used it for some of my city tiles, and I'm using it on my Zone Mortalis. Just to, you basically, it's almost like a mix of Norn Oil and Agrath Earthshade, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper because you can just make an absolute ton of it. It does dry with a bit of a shine, which, you know, can be cool, but once you've done all your weathering and dusting, and the layer I'm going to do on top of that, the shine actually really helps, because I'm going to do another layer soon. And that's something I saw Blake do on the Forge World tiles, and you slap it on and you need it to run into the crevices, so that little bit of shine is actually going to help the next layer. So here's the sort of Pepsi challenge. So these tiles I've done, these tiles I haven't done, and you can see what we get is you still retain all this lovely shade and detail that Tris has done, but it starts to knock it back and give it a kind of overall layer of dirt, which ties it in to my Forge World stuff, which is grimy and looks like you've battled there. So you can see, even on these 2 tiles, Tris has painted these very similar. There's little differences here, but you know, with the gold, he's done a really good job, but you can see the difference that this wash gives. And I'll slap some on in a sec. You can see how easy it goes on. Alright, so I haven't got loads left, so I will see if this lasts the tiles. And it's really simple. The thing with this is, because it's got this vinyl floor polish in, it actually suds up. But don't worry about that. And just slap it on. It's going to look like it's all foamy and whatever, but don't worry about that. because all those bubbles will actually come out as it dries. Make sure you get it in all the spots. If you can, try and always make enough to do the job you're going to do. The problem I might have here is getting the right kind of mix again, but you know, I've done a fair few of these mixes now, and you know what, even if it's tonally a bit different, it won't really matter, because Tris has done such a good job of kind of keeping all of the colours pretty keyed, and the kind of colour theory he's used in colour balance is really nice. So all this is going to do is just muck it up a bit, so it doesn't really matter if... Alright, it's like a camera issue, we are back, but I was just saying basically, you know, because the core colours underneath and the theory Tris has used is going to be the same, this is going to be fine. But if you are going to do, you know, try and do 6 tiles like this, you definitely want at least, I don't know, 3 times this much, just to be sure. So, a couple of things that are coming up. Haven't been around for a while, been really busy with work, but I've actually been doing quite a lot of hobbying, just haven't had time to do any YouTube stuff. So I'll probably try and do some catch-up videos and show you what I've been doing. I've been painting a lot of my Mechanicum, and that's come on. I've painted a couple of nights, which have been really good fun. That's come on. And then me and my buddy Mike, who you've probably seen on the channel before, we started a little campaign, and we've never done a campaign before as per a sort of certain set of rules, but we're going to give the campaign from Conquest a go, the book 4 from the Heresy series. And that video, we actually had the game the other day, and just kind of got to edit the video together and put all that together. But that'll be coming up soon, and you'll see Iron Hands go up against Death Guard. And I think you might see some Loyalist and Traitor Knight houses in there as well. That should be fun. No doubt we're going to get things wrong, so if you see it and you got any tips for us, then definitely let us know. So there's one tile. I'm going to do the rest, and then I'll give you an overview of the whole lot. Alright guys, all done. And I did have to make a mix, and these 2 tiles ended up with a slightly different mix, but you know, it's not a huge difference. This is all wet as well, so when it dries it'll be awesome. And there's tried a little bit more brown over in there, so it's got a bit of a different look and feel to it, but still the overall style of all the tiles is the same. So we'll let this dry, and I might throw some senior on it, come back and show you it when it's all done and finished up. Later. Alright guys, so we have been leaving this dry for a couple of hours. It's pretty much dry. There's a couple of areas where we've kind of pulled it a little bit more. It's still a bit tacky, but you know what's quite cool is it kind of looks like oil and stuff, and it starts to fill these little gutters up, which I'm actually going to go in and start to add water effects to. And like things like this I'm going to fill with water effects. You can see here it's got this lovely grime that's built up around the edges, and it's drying pretty nice. This is still dry, but it does give you an idea of actually when I fill that with water effects, what that area is going to look like. It's going to look pretty neat. And this is the one, this tile and that tile is the one where I did the separate mix, which gives it a slightly different tone. But overall, you know, it still looks very much part of all the same area, but it just means these things are a bit broken up. What's actually happened is Tris must have used some interesting powders and stuff here, and it's all blended and mushed up a bit, and we've still got, this is dry and you can see, so that's all going to keep evaporating and dry back. It's going to look pretty cool, so I'm really happy with it. it looks really cool. It looks dark now. It looks kind of exactly how I wanted it to look overall. It's going to match up with my forge wood tiles really nicely, yeah, it gives us some pretty rad city fight stuff to do. So I've actually been into G-Dub actually and bought a bunch of paint. I'm going to go and mix up my dust wash now, and I'm going to slap that on in a minute, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try one tile. So yeah, see you in a bit.